2 years ago, the administration hired private counsel, citing what it said was the previous AG's conflict of interest in representing federal receiver Gershman, Brickner, and Bratton. Now, AG Barrett-Anderson has decided to return to the fray.
I'm actually coming in at a time that I think is a good time. Working with the receiver, working with the Guam Solid Waste, and working with the court as well. I've always been of the opinion the Attorney General's office should be in this matter, and I don't want to speak to all the issues that may have occurred that the Attorney General's office and the Governor's office may have had a split of disagreement. I can tell you this for a certainty. The Governor and myself and the Guam Solid Waste Authority are together on this matter.
It's been 8 years since the federal court appointed receiver GBB to oversee the closure of the former ORDOT dump and the opening of a new landfill at Luzon. The court stepped in after years of failure by local officials to close ORDOT. GovGuam says it's now ready to take over.
I think what's important is that this case does have an end date. And part of the end of the receivership is the transition to the Guam Solid Waste Authority. So I'd like to be able to help the receiver, the court, so that the Guam Solid Waste Authority can finally take over the management of our waste industry.
When you say an end date, is there a date certain as to when that is going to happen?
I think we'd all like to see an end date too. I hope, hopefully the judge also would like to see an end date. I don't think that's a certainty right now.
In a letter welcoming back the AG, Governor Eddie Calvo wrote that the federal receiver has been dragging its feet, adding new projects and demanding more money. Calvo is calling on the AG to hold the receiver more accountable.
If you're asking me specifically what I'm going to do, I'm not going to respond to that. Because I think I need first to meet with the Guam Solid Waste Authority. I want to ask them what they would like me to do for them as their attorney. Everything else, these concerns about huge amounts of money that have been paid out, those are going to come into the mix. But I don't have any specific comment whether I will or I won't be looking at that right now.
For Guam's News Network, I'm Nestor Lecanto.